staring at her breakfast. So we're getting ready to sit down for breakfast, and we just wanted to introduce today's vlog. We are partnering with HelloFresh today. We're going to be talking all things baby-led weaning. I thought it was very important for me to share how easy it is, especially incorporating it into our like normal adult meals. So I thought this video would be very helpful for y'all today. I did ask you over on Instagram if you had any questions in regards to how to do this. If it's intimidating to you, trust me, I get it. She is reaching for her food. So we're gonna sit down and eat breakfast, and then we'll chat a little bit later after breakfast. But here is what I made for breakfast this morning. Most of Mila's meals look very similar as far as how they're broken down. So she always gets some kind of fruit, and we try to change that up as the weeks go on. But this week we're going with peaches. She's also going to have a scrambled egg, and in that, this is a good way to kind of hide some veggies if your kid's not a fan, but she loves broccoli, so we always put that in her eggs along with some cheese. Hold on, I gotta get my food first too, okay? I'm hurrying. God our Father, once again, we will ask the blessings, amen, amen. Great job, Millie. Job, Millie, you eating it all. You did not drop any. So now that breakfast is over with, me and Millie are going to stretch out here in the den, and I'm going to answer some of your questions. Choking and gagging are two totally different things, and if you don't realize it at first when you get started, then you might think that gagging is choking, and you might go into slight panic mode and try to hurry up and get the food out of your child's mouth. There are so many tools available online, even videos differentiating what choking looks like and gagging looks like, so that you'll be like, oh, they're just gagging. Gagging is a baby's natural reflex when food gets a little bit like right where, you know, a little further back. So their natural reflex is to start gagging and just pushes it back forward. That's part of their learning. So if you take the food from them every time they do that, they'll never learn, especially with different textures and stuff. You'll learn that even after a while, after they've stopped doing it, if you go to introduce something that might be a little on the slippery side, maybe you gave them a little bit more of a ripe banana that you normally would, or some peaches or something, you might see them gag a little bit, but it's totally fine. Eventually they'll stop. One way to prevent choking is obviously making sure that the foods that you are feeding them are appropriate and they are the appropriate size. So if there's a food that you're interested in feeding them and you can't smash it between two fingers, you shouldn't be giving it to them, because they only have, for the most part, gums and maybe in your case a few teeth. Those are not going to be, you know, able to crunch down on something that's really crunchy or hard. Majority of her recipes that I do find come from Pinterest. I'll just type in baby-led weaning recipes or baby finger food recipes or anything like that, and just see what kind of looks interesting. And a lot of times I will try to modify them so that the whole family can eat them. I try to make sure that I am introducing her to different flavors and textures. For the most part, I do make all of Mila's food, and that's because I like to know what goes in it, pretty much going off of the whole salt thing. You never know how much sodium is put into something that's been prepackaged pre-made, all that. I don't feel comfortable with giving her that. I don't feel comfortable giving myself that a lot of times, so I'm definitely not going to give it to her. In the beginning, we started off with a little bit of rice cereal, and that's because our doctor gave us the go-ahead, and that was at her 4-month appointment. We were telling her how interested she was and how well she's always been holding her head up extremely well from the beginning. She was sitting up assisted, and she said we could start off by giving her some rice cereal just mixed in with my breast milk. So she is breastfed exclusively, and by exclusively I mean she doesn't have any formula. She's never had any formula. She still, I think, breastfeeds 4 times a day and has 3 meals and sometimes 1 snack. Giving it to her a few times, and then I was like, no more. It's time to go to some actual food. I went to purees because that's where I feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable yet just giving her food. So if you don't feel comfortable, then just don't do that. Do what makes you feel comfortable, because you're the one that's going to be feeding them, and if you're not comfortable, your baby's going to feed off of that, and they will know that you're not comfortable. So I started off with avocado. We slowly went through different veggies before I went through some fruit, because I didn't want her to have a sweet tooth and want her to only prefer fruit and sweets in the beginning. So we started off with veggies. We tried as many as possible: sweet potato, butternut squash, I said avocado, and then we went to banana. I just pureed that and fed it to her, and then it became even easier for me to give her these what we call passy feeders, and you just fill them up with whatever and you just hand it to them and let them feed it. She was so interested in feeding herself, which was another sign that she was ready for baby-led weaning, because she was more interested in just taking it from you and putting it in her mouth. After that, I think the first thing that I gave her were some little baby pancakes, which were made out of like banana, an egg, and a few other things. After looking at a bunch of research, they all recommended to introduce like high allergy foods in the beginning. So she's already had all of them, and I try to give them to her as frequently as possible, because that's important. To not just give it to them one time, but you should give it to them over time. So she'll have wheat bread with peanut butter, which is just knocking 2 of them out. She has eggs all the time. She loves eggs. We don't really have any allergies in our family, so that was one thing. Not saying that your kid could not have allergies, because you don't. They definitely could. But just watching her as she ate and making sure that we're introducing those things early on, it'll help in making sure that she possibly doesn't have those allergies as she gets older. I wanted to make sure early on that I let her try all the things that I did not like. I do not like avocado. I don't like tuna. I wanted her to try those things, broaden her little taste buds. Now, she used to love avocado. Now, I think it's because of all of the more complex flavors of things that she's tried. She's not a huge fan of it anymore. She'll eat it, but you can tell she's not enjoying it. That's the thing about Mila. She will still eat it, or at least she'll attempt at eating it even if she doesn't want it. We learned that she kind of can't figure out how to eat bell pepper. We roasted some bell pepper and zucchini. She wasn't so sure about that bell pepper. She really tried. She gave it her all, but it didn't work out really well. Hope I was able to answer some of your questions. If not, leave them down below in the comments, and I will try to get to those when this video goes up. It is her nap time. Hopefully I didn't talk your head off too much. We still have lunch, supper, and possibly a snack to go. So I will take you guys along for all of the food. Lunchtime, guys. So as mentioned before, we always give Mila fruit, and for lunch I decided instead of doing peaches again, I was just going to cut up a little bit of this little cutie. So this is a clementine, and you do need to shake these. I know that they're seedless, but I think it's very important to make sure you're shaking them to make sure there isn't a seed in them. So I do break them up and kind of feel out to make sure there's nothing in there. Going to give her a little bit more broccoli, also some carrots. Now these were steamed, so they were already pre-cooked. It's a good way to kind of prep some veggies for your kids, and you can sort of heat them up if you want them to be heated up, but those were steamed, so they're good and soft for her to be able to chew up with those gums. I also decided to make her a little bit of pasta. These is the corkscrew noodles with a tiny bit of marinara sauce and a little bit of some mozzarella cheese. It's HelloFresh time, y'all, and I'm super excited for supper this evening. It is going to be Mila's first time trying HelloFresh. They were so kind to give me a code. You can use page 60 to get $60 off, including free shipping on your first box. Additional restrictions apply, but you can just go to HelloFresh.com for more details. I will have all of that down below in the description box, but let's go ahead and get started. In case you've been living under a rock and you have no idea what HelloFresh is, this is the moment that I'm going to change your life. So, one, it's absolutely delicious. It is so delicious. Every single meal, y'all, we've been trying out different meals for the past few years, and every single one of them have been just absolutely delicious. I love the fact that they are going to be really flexible for your lifestyle. So right now I'm showing you that here's our little tray of taters, and it was easy to modify. Another little tray there for Mila, so I was able to not put as much seasoning and all the things on hers as much as what's going on ours. It's totally sustainable, so you're going to be doing less prep work, and you're also going to be wasting less food. I know for our family, I really suck at figuring out portions, and a lot of times we end up wasting food. So I think that this has always been extremely helpful because we always finish our HelloFresh meals. This saves so much time as well. So I was doing this during Mila's very last nap of the day. This is her cat nap, which lasts anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes. It really depends. So I need to make sure that within that time I can get our food finished and get it on the table so that when it's time for her to get up, it's also going to be time for all of us to eat as a family. And it's just changed our life, y'all. So I love the fact that on their website you can go through and look and see, okay, this meal is going to take X amount of time, and it actually does. Her nap, like I said, is really short, so I was able to get all of this on the plates and serve it up. And Mila's going to be able to eat all of this meal with us. So it was super easy to modify it for her. She still got so much flavor. Wait till you see how thoroughly she enjoys this. And we also enjoyed it just as much as she did. So if y'all are super excited about HelloFresh like I am, make sure to not miss out on this deal. The information will be in the description box. Mila wraps up her supper, which she thoroughly has enjoyed, if you could not tell. I also thoroughly enjoyed mine. I got one little tater round there left, but I'm about to bust, so I'm gonna hold off on that tater, probably add it back to the tray of taters so that it doesn't get wasted. I'm sure Cody will devour it. If you are interested in seeing what her schedule looks like for her current age, I did just do a video not too long ago about her like daily routine that includes sleeping, nursing, eating, playing, everything in between. I will have that video linked down below. We really hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Once again, thank you so much HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. I have been an absolute huge fan of theirs for years now. So many years that I have lost track, but absolutely love them. So like I said, make sure to check down below in the description box for all the information about HelloFresh and how to get your first box at a discounted price. But we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We will see you in the next one. Hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, y'all. Bye.
Can you say bye? Millie, where'd all the food go? Is it gone? Bye, Millie. Bye, Millie. You're so cute. He's so cool. Bye-bye.
Bye.